Hello, my name is Dick Lee. I'm the CEO of Value Innovations. We've co-produced this video with Dick Melrose, the CEO of Vision 21, and his team.
The two of us have worked together on many projects over the last 40 years, but the most exciting one is the one we're working on now, transforming the auto industry. 2 years ago, we both read Tony Seber's book, Clean Disruption. In 2014, he predicted that the internal combustion engine would be obsolete by the year 2030. Tony's definition of obsolete was that by the year 2030, no major automobile manufacturer would produce a car with an internal combustion engine. Since 2015, 12 members from Value Innovations and Vision 21 have met on a regular basis to consider what is happening in the transformation of the auto industry. We've looked at the forces of work and developed 6 transformation axes that auto manufacturers, auto dealers, and Tier 1, Tier 2 parts suppliers need to be familiar with.
September 2017 turned out to be a pivotal month. Several global auto manufacturers announced their plans and programs to prepare for the seismic change that's now going on in today's automotive industry. Audi, Mercedes-Benz, and Volkswagen announced their plans to develop electric vehicles and lithium-ion batteries between now and 2030. The investment collectively was over $100 billion, and since then, Mercedes has announced that they are going to add another 35 billion euros, and VW has shared that they will have 300 electric vehicles in production by the year 2030. Team Germany, auto manufacturers, and Tier 1, Tier 2 suppliers have realized the internal combustion engine's days are over and the diesel is dead. They have basically declared to the rest of the world that the game is on. They are now into electric vehicles. Earlier, I mentioned the 6 transformation axes. All 6 are in play today, and they're impacting the world of auto manufacturers, auto dealers, and Tier 1 and Tier 2 parts suppliers. And there's good news, bad news here. The bad news is that they cannot control the outcomes, but the good news is that as long as they understand what the transformations are and how they can play to win, they will be just fine. What is a transformation axis? It defines the current and future end state of a major change. The end state is known. When and how we get to that end state is not clear. The first transformation axis relates to the drivetrain. We are moving from a world of internal combustion engines through mild hybrids to electric vehicles. That is the end state. The second transformation axis relates to how we buy a car. We're all familiar with those beautiful dealer showrooms where we can test drive a car and consummate the deal. But we're transforming to an end state where we'll be looking at omni-channel retail. The third transformation axis relates to connectivity. Today we have dumb, unconnected cars. In the future state, we will have fully autonomous connected vehicles, and our lives will be a lot safer. The fourth axis relates to the mode of transportation. Today we own or lease a car, and that's what we drive. We are moving to an end state where, in fact, we will be looking at mobility as a service. Whether it's a car, a train, a bus, or a bicycle, everything will be programmed. The fifth axis relates to how do we drive. Today, we typically own or lease a car, which is parked 96% of the time, and we're going to be transitioning to a new world of driverless. The sixth axis relates to ownership. We'll transition from owning our own car to using cars in a shared fleet. In order to navigate through these 6 transformations, You need a set of tools. If you elect to work with us, we will use the goal tree. We'll work with you and your team to develop that, structure your thinking and set priorities, identify critical success factors so that you can get your strategy right, and identify new business opportunities. The whole goal here is to secure a viable, profitable business in the future. So how can we bring value to you? We don't claim to be experts in today's automotive industry, internal combustion engines, and the like. Where we are experts is in the area of the transformation axes and the tortuous path that they will take to move forward to the end state. The programs and plans for each of the major automobile manufacturers in moving forward, and the regulations that are being enacted that are forcing change. We bring strategic planning tools and a value innovation toolkit, which will allow us to identify future opportunities for you. We bring powerful tools for thinking, and we will be able to help you identify your 5 critical success factors, and we can do all of this on a cost-effective basis. So what is it you can do? What is your call to action? Some of your competitors have already started down this track. Time inevitably will run out, but first movers do secure distinct advantages, and we can help.